let's be real. There's home lore, and then there's home lore. When you're exploring a house as grand and intense as this one, well, you can pretty much guarantee she's seen some action. But with the Lambermont, one of the most famous haunted houses in Texas, the question isn't, what happened here? The question is, what hasn't? Wait, actually, maybe we should start from the beginning. The house was built in San Antonio in 1894 by Edwin Holland Terrell. He named it the Lambermont after a business associate, but locally and for pretty obvious reasons, it's also known as Terrell Castle. Terrell was a lawyer and U.S. ambassador to Belgium in the early 1890s and became obsessed with European castles and chateaus. Sadly, his first wife passed away while living abroad, leaving Terrell with 6 children to raise. He built this palace back home in Texas for his second wife, Lois Lassiter. As the current owners like to joke, here's your house, and here are my kids. English-born San Antonio-based architect Alfred Giles was commissioned to build the home in a style known as Richardson Romanesque, an American twist on Romanesque revival architecture named for its creator, Henry Hobson Richardson. Outside, the semicircular arches and different roof shapes are typical of Romanesque revival. So is that heavy, solid feel here at the Lambermont, provided by 4 stories of sturdy limestone. Inside, every room is unique in its own way and full of ornate details. There are 9 fireplaces. One of the coolest is the library fireplace with a terracotta brick mantel. And guests love the hand-carved balusters and nook below the main stairs. There are a lot of guests at the Lambermont these days. For the past decade or so, it's been a beloved local wedding venue. Obviously, the place is beautiful and ideal for romance, but couples who tie the knot here have to be cool with some pretty hardcore history, complete with ghost stories. There have been claims of random smells and sounds and even items floating in mid-air. 2 gruesome events led to these tales. By 1910, Terrell was suffering from advanced stages of a pretty brutal illness and met a tragic end. It was 10 days before he passed. But oh, that's not all. During World War II, the Lambermont was converted into apartments for families stationed at nearby Fort Sam Houston. A lover's quarrel among residents here led to maimings and murder. Allegedly, it took years for the bloodstains to fade away. Easy to see how the Lambermont got that famous haunted house reputation, huh? Any big old house is sure to have its fair share of dark history. But what I love about the Lambermont is it has so much more to offer than just a spooky story or 2. Like how over the generations, it's also housed wave after wave of businesswomen. During the late 19-teens and 20s, it was a boarding house ran by the excellently named Lucille Bonnet. Howdy, I'm Miss Lucille Bonnet. Y'all looking for a place to rest up? And in the 1950s, a widow turned the building into an apartment complex. In the 80s, a mother-daughter duo converted it into Terrell Castle Bed and Breakfast. The current owners spent 3 years renovating the Lambermont, pouring their hearts and souls into the space to transform it into the elegant wedding venue we see today. They love hearing from happy couples about how this home hosted one of the most important days of their lives. Because every ceremony that takes place here is extra special. It's another page in the long, strange, totally unique lore behind the Lambermont. And who knows what's going to happen here next? Are you ready to move into a home with its own special history? Search home listings near you at rockethomes.com.